It's Thursday Newsbreak with Robin Deering and Natalie Evans.
Hello and welcome to Thursday Newsbreak. I'm Robin Deering. Unfortunately, Natalie Evans could not be here with us tonight, so guess you're just stuck with me. Here are tonight's top stories. In mid-April, a giant bird in Florida killed its owner. While we do not have a lot of information, we were given a mugshot. 17 AMC theaters were open for 4 days straight leading up to the premiere of Avengers Endgame. Photos of the employees looked something like this. And relax, they're photos from the first movie. A man sued his parents for destroying his $29,000 porn collection. Some of the notable films in his collection include Frisky Business, Big Bad Grannies, and Thirsty Night Live. A new study found that men with beards have more germs than dogs. However, a different study found that men with beards and dogs have a much better chance of getting it. Hey. Last year at Coachella, Beyoncé's performance was an unapologetic celebration of Black womanhood. This year at Coachella, the biggest highlight was a viral video of someone giving a BJ on the iconic Coachella Ferris wheel. Well, I guess we know where they got their music festival advice from. The Pope addressed his concern with soccer fans, calling Messi God. He claims there is only one God, and I mean, come on, who can argue with that? Everyone knows that Serena Williams is God. Yeah! Serena Williams won a Grand Slam while carrying some nerd's baby at the age of 35. Serena Williams is God, everybody! Yeah! Thank you. A pizza restaurant in Texas was forced to close after it was discovered that employees had put laxatives on the pies. Hey, they took our business model, said Sabaros. Scholars have recently discovered that Christopher Columbus's son had an enormous library holding an extensive collection of books, which brings me to a new segment on Thursday Newsbreak I like to call, Why Do We Care?
Why do we care?
To help me not care, please welcome former TNL co-head writer and actor Sydney Pasterpoe. Woo!
Thanks for having me, Robin. I love not caring.
Me too.
So you're telling me some guy discovered that Columbus's son had some books? Why do we care?
Yeah, why do we care that Christopher Columbus's son had an enormous library? Were the books scandalous or something? Did we just stumble upon the 1492 version of a stash of Playboys? Ooh, my God, these books all have pictures of women with dresses above the ankle. Columbus, you dirty dog.
Why do we care? Most people don't even like Christopher Columbus anymore. If you mention Columbus Day weekend in a Whole Foods, I guarantee you at least 5 people will tie you up with their reusable bags until you take it back.
Yeah. Why? Why do we care? This isn't even Columbus's collection. It's his son's. That's like getting excited over Orlando Bloom's son's coin collection. Well, Orlando's pretty cool. I wonder if his kid has any shiny coins.
Why do we care? He collected books. You know who also has an extensive book collection? Every library ever. If people cared about libraries, they wouldn't have hired the same old lady to work at every single one of them.
Why? Why do we care? They didn't even find the library. We just found a book that lists all the other books that were once in the library. Why do we care about a book listing other books? That's like finding a laptop that only lets you list porn downloaded on another laptop. I can't use that.
Why do we care? Columbus's son didn't even read the books. It turns out he paid other people to read them for him. That's the modern day equivalent of sparknoting your own book collection. Yeah, I have all the Harry Potter books, but who has the time?
This has been Why Do We Care? Join us next time when we do a segment on How Do We Care? For a sneak peek, here's how caring looks like.
Aww.
And this is what not caring looks like. Give her a hand.
Wait, what?
Sydney, everybody. Bye, Sydney.
Why do you care?
And back to my show.
Wait a second.
What?
I want to tell jokes again.
Oh my God, everybody, it's former TNL Newsbreak host Mika Hawley. What are you doing here?
I couldn't miss all your last show like I missed all the other ones.
That's
you know, I
true.
had to give you a proper TNL send-off.
By taking half my news jokes?
Exactly.
Okay.
All right,
Seems
now
wrong.
Robin, where were you? Joe Biden finally announced his campaign for president. He also announced his slogan, Biden 2020. I've got your back.
Don't like this dynamic. 2020 Democratic candidate Elizabeth Warren has proposed a plan that would cancel the majority of student loan debt, and yet many Democrats still don't see her as a viable candidate. But by all means, let's pick the guy who looks like every grandpa when they get the wrong soup served to them at an Olive Garden. That's better.
Senator Warren has been described as the wonky professor running for president, which honestly is a compliment. Let's be real, the only candidate that could restore my faith in American government at this point would be Ms. Frizzle.
And I mean, going off of that, if her lizard Liz was her running mate, at least it would be honest about being a lizard, unlike the politicians now that barely hide their scales. What is up with that?
Unrelated, all you potato lovers out there are in luck. You can now Airbnb inside one of the world's largest Idaho potatoes. However, no smoking pot because the owners don't have the permits to turn it into a baked potato.
If baked potatoes aren't your thing, residents of a Mississippi neighborhood have found bowls of mashed potatoes scattered all around their development. Authorities are stumped as to who the vandal could be, but my money is on the guy living inside the giant potato. Like, come on, guys.
A Pennsylvania woman has died after falling into a meat grinder. Funeral services will take place this Saturday with catering by a Pennsylvania woman. Ugh.
Oh, no.
Hate that one.
Rocco, a bull terrier, was taken to a veterinary hospital where doctors found an unusual treat inside him, a Nintendo game cartridge. The operation went smoothly and the cartridge was recovered, as well as 5 gold coins.
The owners are proud to say he has made a full recovery. However, they have noticed some unusual side effects. Seems uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't like that. So, as you guys may know, this is my last news break ever. I'm graduating after 3 years at this news desk, and I just have something to say to everyone who has watched me these past 3 years. I love you so, so much, and I'm so grateful to have had this opportunity and just every time I sit down at this desk and face these cameras, I have not been wearing pants. I know, it's true, I don't even own any pants. It's just a closet full of blazers at this point. And the thing I'm most sad about is having to wear pants to work now. It would be so hard.
Robin, let me tell you, best thing about being a Newsbreak anchor is that you never have to wear pants.
Thank God, I'm so glad I don't have to wear pants ever again.
Wear your pants. We're gonna get canceled. Come on.
Oh, all right.
Guys,
Well,
take the desk.
that
We're
is
done.
not going to work for me. So I guess that's all for Thursday Newsbreak. Thank you, Mika, for coming. Check out my bag. And for the last